Yo, what's up? I'm down in Canberra today, just headed down, had an idea for a piece, and as you can tell, the G is upside down. So I'm gonna do an upside down piece. I've never done something like that before, so I got no idea how it's gonna turn out, but we're gonna give it a crack anyway. So once I get this SketchUp done, we'll know if it's gonna work or not. Alright, so what I'm going to do now, I'm just going to take a picture. See how this thing's looking. Alright, it is looking a little bit cooked. G's got to come down, G's got to come up, the G and the U.
Mate, a little bit cooked? That thing is looking terrible. It was at this point I realised this wasn't going to be as easy as I thought it would be.
I'm not going to lie, that was way harder than I thought it would be.
Yep, there you go.
It took me a second. I had to turn everything off, take, I don't know, 7-8 photos, keep checking it, adjusting proportions. But I think it's looking all right now. So we're going to run with that. Also today, not an arrow art in sight. I've got a fresh batch of flame orange. I've actually never used these before. I don't think so anyway. And these are priced pretty well. They're a couple of dollars more than arrow art. And I'm going to do a peach into blue. A really pastel, nice color scheme. I'll do the blue at the top.
So for anyone wondering, I got these flame oranges sent all the way from the butcher shop in Perth. These guys offer some pretty mad bulk discounts, and even with the shipping, it still worked out at around $7 a can. This is probably the cheapest premium paint you can get at the moment.
And of course it's the hottest day ever. I just drove here, 2.5 hours from Sydney. It's raining, overcast the whole time. As soon as I get here, the sky opened up, and now it's a full scorcher. And I forgot my sunblock again.
Now it is summer in Australia and we've been having some crazy heat waves, so I don't know why I was so surprised that it was a hot day. Probably just a slow learner.
While I'm filling this thing in, I don't have to think too much. Let me tell you a couple of things about Canberra. Canberra is the first state in Australia to decriminalise smoking weed. You're allowed to grow it at your house. You can have 2 plants. But it's got to be outdoors, like bush bud. Here's another funny fact for you. Canberra has over 400 roundabouts. So if you don't like traffic lights, and you know how to use a roundabout, you might like it here. Now back in the day, fireworks used to be legal in Canberra. You used to be able to just buy them and just let them off.
Mate, the absolute rubbish coming out of this bloke's mouth. 3 facts about Canberra and I came up with roundabouts, fireworks and smoking weed. Let me just put you out of your misery and get back to painting this piece.
Here we go, this one's the peach. A little bit lighter. A couple of upside down drips. That's weird, but should look cool at the end. Alrighty. Let's see how that's looking.
As you can tell from my silence, I'm still not totally happy with it.
I got this flame dark blue for outline with a Lego cap. See how it comes out. Oh yeah.
So the Lego cap on the high pressure flame orange is coming out really nice. It's not as fat as a New Yorker and you can pull these really nice tapered lines.
That's crazy. I got that whole outline off one can. I might need to crack a second one for a couple of little touch-ups, but that is pretty damn good. That's it for the one take blue. All right, this is about to get proper sketchy.
Yeah, I probably wouldn't recommend putting the buff on top of the milk crate. You can see the thing's wobbly as and flexing under me. But the whole point of this piece was to have these big drips going up so that at the end, when you spin it, the piece looks like a normal piece and it's all dripping down. Normally I'd have a second milk crate, but I couldn't find it this morning, so the buff will have to do.
All right. Managed that without breaking my neck. I'm not going to push my luck.
So here's what I learned after painting an upside down piece. It's way harder than it looks. When you're painting a regular piece, it's really easy to see if something looks a bit off, but when it's upside down, you don't know until you take a flick and then flip it. So if you're going to try it yourself, I'd say spend the time when you do your SketchUp and really nail your outline. It should be smooth sailing from there. Alright, that's enough rambling from me. I'm off to Woolies to go buy some aloe vera for these legs. Thanks again for watching the video and supporting VSP Clothing, and I'll catch you next time.